Early 1500s Myanmar, a chaotic patchwork of kingdoms all fighting for survival. In the middle of this mess is Toungoo, a tiny, overlooked kingdom led by Myinyo. He's tired of being Ava's sidekick, so in 1510 he boldly declares Toungoo independent. While the big kingdoms are distracted by their own wars, Myinyo quietly fortifies his city and welcomes refugees. He's not after flashy conquests, he's building a safe haven, a foundation for something bigger. Myinyo is the strategist, the patient planner, the guy everyone underestimates. He strengthens Toungoo, lets his rivals exhaust themselves, and waits for his moment. He knows true power comes from stability, not just armies. While others fight, he builds, brick by brick, laying the groundwork for a future empire. Without Myinyo's vision, the Toungoo saga would never have begun. He's the quiet pilot episode before the show explodes. When Myinyo's son, Taban Shweti, ascends the throne in 1530, he's just 15 years old. But don't let his youth fool you. He's got vision, drive, and a hunger for greatness that will shake the region. The kingdom he inherits is small and vulnerable, surrounded by powerful neighbors and rival factions. Yet, Taban Shweti dreams far beyond the safety of his palace walls. He's not content with simply defending his borders or maintaining the status quo. Taban Shweti wants to do what no one has done for centuries, unite all of Myanmar under one crown. He sees a fractured land, torn by old rivalries, and imagines a single, powerful nation. His first target is the wealthy Hanthawaddy kingdom in the south, a land of golden pagodas, bustling markets, and immense riches. Conquering Hanthawaddy isn't just about territory, it's about resources, prestige, and sending a message to every rival king. Through relentless military campaigns, clever alliances, and a knack for outsmarting his enemies, Taban Shweti storms Pegu, the Hanthawaddy capital. He makes it his own, shifting the center of power and showing the world he's a force to be reckoned with. This bold move transforms his kingdom from a minor player into a rising empire. With the south secured, Taban Shweti doesn't rest. He turns his gaze northward, where the once mighty Ava kingdom lies in ruins. One by one, he defeats rival warlords, bringing the heartlands of Myanmar under his rule. For the first time in centuries, the country is united, at least on paper, under a single banner. Taban Shweti's achievement is more than military. He's transformed his father's small, isolated kingdom into a unified state, bringing together people from different backgrounds, languages, and traditions. But Taban Shweti isn't just a conqueror, he's a builder of bridges. He adopts Mon traditions, participates in local ceremonies, and encourages his court to embrace the customs of the people he now rules. This isn't just politics, it's the start of a new shared identity for Myanmar. By blending cultures and respecting diversity, Taban Shweti lays the foundation for a multi-ethnic empire. His vision is for a kingdom that's not just held together by force, but by a sense of belonging and unity. Tragically, Taban Shweti's reign is cut short in 1550 when he's assassinated by a trusted advisor. His death plunges the kingdom into uncertainty, but the legacy he leaves behind is undeniable. He's set the stage for his brother-in-law Bayanong to take the empire even further. The Toungoo story is about to go global with ambitions that will reach far beyond Myanmar's borders. The world is about to take notice. Taban Shweti's ambition, vision, and inclusivity change Myanmar forever. He's remembered not just as a conqueror, but as a unifier and a pioneer. In many ways, he's the director of the first blockbuster in the Toungoo franchise, setting the stage for epic stories to come. With Taban Shweti's bold moves, the real expansion and the legend of Myanmar's golden age are just beginning. After Taban Shweti's death, chaos erupts. Kingdoms break away, the empire teeters. The once mighty Toungoo dynasty is suddenly vulnerable, as rival lords and ambitious warlords seize their chance. The royal city, once a symbol of unity, is now a battleground of uncertainty and fear. Enter Bayanong, Taban Shweti's top general and brother-in-law, ready to restore order. With a reputation for both loyalty and ferocity, Bayanong is determined to reunite the fractured lands. He rallies loyalists, inspires his troops, and quickly becomes the hope of a nation on the brink. He reunites Myanmar with ruthless efficiency, crushing rebellions and forging alliances. His military campaigns are swift and decisive, leaving little room for dissent. But Bayanong's ambitions don't stop at home. He dreams of an empire that stretches far beyond the borders of Myanmar. Bayanong conquers the Shan states, Lan Na, and even the powerful Ayutthaya kingdom of Siam. His armies sweep across Southeast Asia, toppling ancient dynasties and bringing new territories under his rule. Each victory cements his legend as one of history's greatest conquerors. His empire stretches from India to Laos and Cambodia, the largest in Southeast Asian history. No other king before him had ruled over such a vast and diverse realm. The Toungoo Empire becomes a superpower, its influence felt across the region. But Bayanong isn't just a conqueror, he's an administrator. He understands that power must be organized, not just seized. He builds a complex bureaucracy, appoints trusted officials, and oversees every detail of governance. He standardizes laws, promotes Buddhism, and tries to unify dozens of ethnic groups. His reforms aim to bring stability and harmony to a patchwork of cultures and traditions, forging a new sense of identity for his empire. He's a micromanager on a continental scale, holding the empire together by sheer will. Every province, every city, every official is under his watchful eye. Bayanong's relentless drive keeps the vast machine of empire running. Bayanong is the ultimate boss, the king of kings. Subordinate rulers bow before him, and his word is law across the land. His presence commands respect and awe. His reign marks the golden age of the Tungu Empire. Trade flourishes, cities thrive, and the arts blossom under his patronage. For a moment it seems the empire is unbreakable, but holding such a vast empire together is a challenge even for him. The weight of constant warfare, distant provinces, and restless vassals begins to take its toll. Whispers of dissent grow louder in the shadows of the court. The cracks are already forming beneath the surface. Old rivalries and new ambitions threaten the fragile unity Bayanong fought so hard to create. The peak is glorious, but the fall is coming. Even the greatest empires cannot escape the tides of history. Bayanong's empire is massive, but it's a logistical nightmare. He's constantly putting out rebellions, racing from one crisis to the next. The empire relies on personal loyalty to Bayanong. Without him, it's unstable. Communication is slow, and distant provinces act on their own. The treasury is drained by endless wars, and the economy suffers. Bayanong spends his reign on the move, trying to keep everything together. He's the glue holding a fragile system. But what happens when he's gone? The empire looks strong, but it's built on shaky ground. It's too big, too dependent on one man. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, and the fall is coming fast. In 1581, Bayanong dies, and his son Nanda Bayan inherits an empire on the brink. Nanda lacks his father's charisma and skill. Loyalty evaporates overnight. Siam, led by Prince Naresuan, declares independence and defeats Nanda's repeated invasions. The empire's resources are drained, soldiers lost, and Nanda's authority crumbles. Vassal states break away one by one. The empire shrinks rapidly. At home, the economy collapses and unrest grows. By the late 1590s, Nanda is trapped in his capital, Pegu, surrounded by enemies. In 1599, Pegu is sacked, Nanda is captured and killed. The First Tungu Empire is finished, a spectacular collapse. It's a lesson in how quickly a giant can fall. The dream of a unified Myanmar is in ruins. But the story isn't over yet. A comeback is brewing in the shadows. After the collapse, Anokpitlun, Bayanong's grandson, emerges in Ava, determined to restore the dynasty. He focuses on reunifying Myanmar's heartland, not chasing lost glory. Step by step, he retakes central and upper Myanmar, then drives out foreign powers from the south. By 1613, he's reunited the core of the Old Kingdom. This is the Nyongyan Restoration, a smaller, more stable Tungu state. Anokpitlun avoids overreaching, learning from past mistakes. He moves the capital back to Ava and focuses on consolidation, not conquest. The wild days of empire building are over. Anokpitlun brings the dynasty back from the brink, but the age of world conquest is gone for good. Now, it's about survival. After decades of chaos and war, Anokpitlun and his successor Thalun managed to restore order, forging a stable, quieter Tungu kingdom. Their leadership brings a sense of calm and unity that the region hasn't seen in generations, and the royal court once again becomes a symbol of strength and tradition. For nearly a century, the kingdom enjoys peace. Gone are the days of wild conquests and endless battles. Instead, the Tungu rulers focus on steady governance from their capital at Ava, nurturing the land and its people. Life flourishes, and the countryside thrives under this newfound stability. Yet, as the years pass, the dynasty's energy fades. The once vibrant halls of power grow silent, and the royal family becomes increasingly complacent and detached from the realities of their subjects. Kings lose touch with the people, the government decays, and corruption quietly spreads through the court. The proud institutions that once held the kingdom together begin to crumble from within. Sensing this weakness, the Mon people in the south, emboldened by support from the French, rise up in rebellion. The unrest grows, and the once unbreakable grip of the Tungu begins to slip. In 1752, Mon forces storm the city of Ava. The last Tungu king is captured, marking the dramatic end of a centuries-old dynasty. The once mighty dynasty collapses with barely a fight, its power and prestige evaporating almost overnight. It's a quiet, anticlimactic finish for a family that once ruled half of Southeast Asia. The palaces stand empty, and the royal banners fall, signaling the end of an era. But the Tungu legacy is enormous. They shaped Myanmar's borders, influenced its culture, and left a mark on the region's history that endures to this day. The Tungu story is one of meteoric rise, glorious reign, and inevitable ruin, a cycle seen throughout history. Nothing lasts forever, but the echoes of their achievements and failures still ripple through Myanmar's landscape and memory. From obscurity to empire and back again, the wild, unpredictable ride of the Tungu dynasty is a testament to the impermanence of power. History's ultimate reminder: even the greatest empires, no matter how mighty, must one day fall and fade into legend.